Good evening and welcome to the very last video blog here in Paris. You can't see right now, but literally I've just packed up all of my belongings and I'm just about getting ready to leave. Well, tomorrow actually. But this will be my last drink, my last beer in this flat. It's been a great time. I've been here for almost 6 months. I've had many's a good beer since I got here, and I really have expanded my beer knowledge and palate since I got here. So I thought I'd finish with something kind of Scottish, kind of French. It's this. You probably won't recognise the label because this was only released today. This is one of the first bottles probably open even. It's made by a brewer called Cuvée, who used to work in Scotland. He is a Scottish guy and now lives in France. He brews this at De Breuf in Belgium. This is his newest beer. It's called Cuvée d'Oscar, named after his son, Oscar. And I have it in good knowledge that this painting that's on the front of the bottle here was actually painted by Craig himself. So this rates in at 7.5% ABV. It is, now, this is where some of the beer purists are really going to struggle. This is a dry hopped, Nelson Sauvin dry hopped dark wheat beer. So it's a dry hopped Dunkelweiss. I don't know what to make of this. A dry hopped Dunkelweiss seems unethical almost. No, I'm kidding. It's definitely experimentation, and I like experiments. So let's give this a go. It's very young. I actually met Craig today. Very, very nice guy, and he did say that it's maybe got a little bit too much hop character just at this moment in time. Unfortunately, as I'm travelling back to Scotland tomorrow and my suitcase is jam-packed, unfortunately it will not make the journey with me. So let's give this a bash for the very last time here in Paris. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on the video blogs here that I have had in Paris. I've had some phenomenal viewing figures over the past few months. I've had some phenomenal reading figures in the blog as well. The reading figures have gone up a lot, so thank you very much for sticking with me at heavyhops.com. Apricot is the first thing. Just massive Nelson Sauvin nose. It's almost the only thing I can smell. Apricot, pineapple, really tropical. Not the clearest beer in the world. There's a little bit of haze there, but to be honest, I've kind of been shaking it about a little bit on the way home, so that's probably why. At this moment in time, it really smells like a basket of fruit to me. I'm really not smelling much beer. Nelson Sauvin nose is just phenomenal. I'm not sure if it's 100% hopped with Nelson Sauvin. I'm not sure if that's the only hop that's there at all, but certainly that's what it's dry hopped with. And that's what I can smell. I mean, oh man. Nelson Sauvin is one of my favourite hops, and this does not disappoint. It really is like sticking your head in a bag of Nelson Sauvin. I would maybe agree with Craig at the moment. The only thing I can't really smell about this is Dunkelweiss. I don't get any of the Dunkelweiss style at all. It's very, very much dry hopped Nelson Sauvin that's coming through. So let's give it a taste and see if that changes any. Just for anybody who was at Beer Bloggers Conference, I must hold it at arm's length. Give it a swirl. 2 short sniffs. Anyway, let's go. Oh. Oh man, there's a lot going on there. At the moment, the Nelson Sauvin is dominating. It really, really is dominating. I would never like to say that a beer has been too heavily hopped because I don't believe there's such a thing. But it's very heavily hopped. Whether I can taste much of the Dunkelweiss style at the moment, I'm not convinced. It may have a Dunkelweiss backbone, but it does come through though. Right in the middle almost. It punches through that sort of Nelson Sauvin hit, and then the Nelson Sauvin takes over again. It really punches through, and you get that kind of clovey don't know what else to say, what typical flavours coming through with the Dunkelweiss, but definitely that Cuvée, herby, sort of Dunkelweiss or Weissenbier flavours that come through, but almost right in the middle for me. They punch through the Nelson Sauvin, and then the Nelson Sauvin takes over again. Wow, that's one of the most interesting beers I've had in a very long time. Extremely interesting, and it was great to meet Craig today. Actually, it was great to put a face to the beer. I don't know if this is going to be exported, so this might be a bit of kind of beer porn for anyone who's in the UK at the moment, because you probably actually can't touch it. You probably can't have it as much as you want it. If you're in France, check up a good beer shop, for example, Cuvée in Paris, and you might be able to get your hands on a bottle of this. As I say, it was only released today, so even if you're watching from France, it might be difficult to get at the moment, but it is on its way. The first batch has been made by De Bruyff, and we'll see if Craig wants to continue to make that beer. My opinion would be yes. I think it's phenomenal. I think it could definitely do with a bit of age, maybe. I think that maybe the Nelson Sauvin is maybe just a little too overpowering at the moment. It maybe takes over from the Dunkelweiss style at the moment. I'm not really getting too much of that, the dark wheat coming through at the moment. It's, for me, is really all about the Nelson Sauvin at the moment. It is there. It is waiting. It's waiting to come out after it's been aged a little bit. I'd say it needs a couple of months maybe. Thank you very much for joining me for this very last video blog from Paris. Where they'll be coming from soon, I don't know. I've been all over the place, you know. No, very shortly there'll be a video blog coming from my home, finally, in Fife in Scotland. It's going to be good to be back in the UK, and hopefully I will have a video blog coming up very soon for you from the UK. Well, thank you once again for watching. Check out the blog heavyhops.com. Cheers, good night.